Hi everyone. Thank you for joining the stream. If you're watching, thank you. Um, you may notice that the live chat is disabled. That's because I have some very important things to say and to address, and I really want people to listen to me. And this is live. This video is this stream is not scripted whatsoever. I really want people to know that I'm being 100% honest with what I'm saying here, and I'm being 100% genuine. I'm really trying hard to make things right. And you guys might be wondering what this is about. Let's just say I have if I'm pausing a lot and I'm repeating myself, I apologize. I am very, very bad at wording things, and I'm really trying to make sure that I don't word anything wrong because I've like I'm horrible at communicating with people and wording things, and so many times like I've worded something wrong and it's turned out to sound like something that I wasn't like trying to say. Like I say something and it sounds completely different, right? But that's not an excuse. All right? That's not an excuse. I've caused a lot of damage in the community. Whether it's private or public, I have. And I'm here right now trying to fix it. I know that many of you watching this stream are my fans. Some of you are my friends. Most of you have been supporting me through everything that's been going on, through thick and thin. However, I am aware that at least a few people watching this are people that I've hurt and negatively affected in some way. And I want to say to all these people, simply and directly, I am deeply, deeply sorry for my behavior these past years. I showed a very bad side of me that I didn't know that I had. I've screwed up many, many times. I've made very poor decisions. And I'm trying to do the right thing and trying to fix the damage that I've caused, even though it's a lot. I don't know if there's a whole lot I can do, but I'm at least trying my best to do so. Before I get into this, the reason I'm making this is, like I said at the beginning, I've been reflecting a lot, especially the past several months, and I've had many talks with my friends, and they have definitely opened my eyes about things that have been happening. And my friend Patrick, well, actually, he and I are not friends right now. Patrick uploaded a video, and he explained a lot of things. And what he, like, I won't go into everything he said in the video, but when he released that video, it gave me the biggest reality check ever. And believe it or not, I was thinking about doing this for a while, but I wasn't sure like how to do it, and I was afraid to do it because I was afraid of how it would be taken. But after Patrick released the video, I was like, I need to talk about this, and I need to do the right thing. I need to own up for everything I've done that was wrong, because I've hurt a lot of people. More people than I've realized. And I know I've said before that I don't want to spread negativity to people or anything, but my actions clearly go against that. The reason why I've never addressed things directly, even though I should have, like I said last time, is because I don't want to bring negativity to people, and I don't want to make people look bad, and I don't want, like, drama to get worse than, like, I don't want things to escalate. I don't want drama to get, worse than it already is, right? But that was seen as I'm hiding it. I'm hiding from the truth and all that. I can see why people think that. I probably should have addressed these things sooner. Um, how do I start? Hmm. All right. I guess the very first thing I should apologize for to many, many people is I've jumped the gun with a lot of people. I was very quick to make assumptions about people, and I shit, I'm wording this wrong. Um I need a second, guys, to think about how I'm gonna word it. You guys can tell I'm very nervous because I've never really done this before. And I didn't realize, like, I knew I made wrong decisions, but I didn't realize that I caused as much damage as I have. I know, like, you guys, like, my fans are gonna be like, no, don't say that, like, you didn't do anything wrong. Guys, I have, alright? Like, you guys don't see it, but there's been a lot of stuff that has went on behind the scenes that you guys are just not aware of, and I've made very poor decisions with many people I've been friends with, even people I'm currently friends with. Alright, let me just try and say this as directly as I can. I'm really trying hard to, keep myself together, and really trying hard to word everything correctly. Um, so first of all, like, as I've mentioned before, guys, and this ties into what I was about to say, I have lost, like, so many friends over the past 6 years. Ever since 2016, I've lost so many friends, and I've created such a bad energy, and I've created such a bad picture of myself. And the reason why I've lost a lot of my friends, honestly, it's partly my fault, and in some cases, it's entirely my fault, because I've been very quick to jump to conclusions about people. I've been very quick to make assumptions, and I've been very quick to just unfriend people when I don't like what they're doing without even telling them. Like, even with Patrick, like, I'm gonna have to mention names because this is the best way to handle this at this point. Sorry, I'm looking at the screen. The camera's up there, but like, I unfriended Patrick out of the blue without telling him because I assumed that he turned against me and sided with these people who are, you know, doing this stuff against me. And I immediately assumed that he was siding with them. But the reality is, all he was trying to do was stop my fans from attacking them. He was, because I wasn't aware of this. Apparently my fans were attacking like one of these people, maybe multiple of them, I don't know, but apparently they were getting attacked, and all Patrick was trying to do was stop it. And I threw him under the bus because of it, because I took it completely the wrong way. So Patrick, I don't know if you're watching this, but if you are watching this, dude, you've supported me so much through a lot of the drama that I've been through, and you've really tried to help me improve, and you've really tried to open my eyes about situations, and you've been trying to help me handle them in a much better manner. And after all that, because of one comment you said, I threw you under the bus. I jumped to conclusions, and I am so sorry. Dude, if you're watching this, I really hope you are. I am so sorry I did that. I really, really am. I have a horrible habit of assuming the worst of things and fearing for the worst of things, that I get into like overprotective mode, and I really try my best to prevent it from happening, but in doing so, I just end up making things worse, and that's definitely what I did here. I should have hit you up privately to have a better understanding, but instead I just cut you out, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have been more open-minded. I should have considered why you were doing that. And I didn't do that. And another thing, this leads on to another thing. Another thing that I really do need to consider is how many friends I've lost, and how many of them have attacked back at me for it. I've given these people a reason to do that. Whether it's right or wrong, regardless, I've made these people angry and upset enough to basically go at me and attack me and clown me and all that stuff. And I know what these people are thinking. I know what people are thinking. I should have realized this a long time ago, and I was starting to realize this last year, actually. Like, I've had many conversations with some of my friends, and they can vouch for that. Like, I've really been doubting myself because I felt like I've given these people a reason to attack me. Because, like, when it's gone on for, like, this long, then clearly, like, something's up. There's a reason for it, right? And I've obviously hurt a lot of people enough that they're angry enough to, I don't even know what the right word is. They're angry enough to want to call me out publicly. They want to expose me. They want to clown me. They want to make all these memes on me, and they want to accuse me of these things. I mean, I've personally never ever done something like that to anyone publicly. Never. I've never leaked anything privately. I've never tried to expose someone publicly of something incriminating or anything like that. And I've never ever tried to attack anybody publicly. Never. Like, not on my channel. I've never done that myself. but I've given these people a reason to do it to me. And I know people will say that it's wrong for them to do that, and maybe so, but it doesn't mean that I was in the right. Patrick isn't the only person that I cut off just like that. I've unfriended people without telling them many, many, many times. And little did I know that that was actually a form of betrayal. I don't know why I was so blind not to see that, but I mean, it's pretty obvious when you think about it. Just unfriending someone without telling them, it's rude, it's mean, and it's like a betrayal, basically. Like, I accuse all these people of betraying me, but at least in some cases, even though I didn't realize it, I feel like possibly like the opposite might be true. It's just that, okay, what I'm about to say does not excuse my actions, okay? I'm not defending myself when I say this, okay? And I'm not using this as an excuse because it isn't an excuse. It's still wrong. I got to own up to it. But I think the reason why I wasn't talking to them about why, like, I think the reason why I didn't talk to them before unfriending them, it was because I was afraid of how they would react. I was afraid that what I say would, be leaked or used against me or something. And that has happened before. DMs that I've sent to other people have been leaked out to other people, and even worse, like to the public. Private DMs leaked to the public. And I was afraid to say anything because, well, one, I didn't think anything I said would fix the situation, and two, I was scared. I was scared of what would happen if I were to be honest with them, because I've been honest with so many people, and it's caused problems. And I feel like my mindset on a lot of things is wrong, to tell you guys the truth. And I've recognized that, and I know that I do need to have a better mindset when it comes to all these things. I didn't realize that what I was doing to these people was so wrong. I was so blinded, and I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, I'm really trying to find the right words, but I can't. I don't know if there's. I don't know what I can say that can fix this, and I don't know what I can say that can show people that I am terribly sorry. Like, I really am. Like, I've met so many people who are so happy to meet me. Like, several people who are so happy to meet me because I'm an inspiration to them. Like, they're meeting, like, their favorite YouTuber, right? It's a dream come true for them. I've given a bad energy to so many of those people. And I've given them a reason to dislike me. And I've cut from them, and I've cut from them because I didn't like things that they did, instead of addressing it head on because I was afraid of how they would react. I've created such a bad energy around the community, and I've negatively affected so many people, and that breaks me. And it especially breaks me that, like, the fact that I did this to people who, were fans of me, people who met me as fans. The fact that I did this to those people, I can't ever forgive myself for that. I felt guilty of this for actually a while, but the reason I didn't mention it on YouTube or come forward about it is because I knew people would lose respect for me, and I knew that this would probably be seen as really, really bad, and it is, alright? And I didn't want to create a bad image of myself, but I need to realize that that's not what it's about. It's not about creating the best image of yourself, and it's not about not creating a bad image of yourself. It's about doing the right thing, and that's what I'm trying to do here. Now, I am aware that because of these situations, people have gotten attacked by people who were supporting me. Like, I wasn't aware of this, but my fans have attacked people who have gone against me. And right off the bat, guys, please, like I've said this many times, stop doing that, okay? Please stop doing that. I even said I don't want to wish any negativity onto people, even though I did bring tons of negativity onto people. And I know that goes against that, and I'm sorry, but guys, you can't just defend me no matter what because I'm your favorite YouTuber. All right? I've done many things behind the scenes that are just really, really screwed up, and I've made extremely poor decisions. And to tell you the guys the truth, I do deserve a lot of the criticism that's being said about me. I do. I really do, because I've hurt a lot of people. And as a man at the age of 23, I should know better than this. As a role model to you guys, I should know better than this. I should know better to, you know, not treat people this way and accept the fact that things accept the fact that, you know, not everybody is going to agree with everything, and just accept the fact that I was wrong. And I was. Now, before I repeat myself, I'm gonna go on to this next part. There's something I really need to address, and I'm sorry for doing this much later in the video, but like I said, I'm not very good at structuring things or wording things. Like, I'm not good at that, so I want to apologize to everybody that I've negatively affected in some way, and I want to apologize to everybody that I've hurt or yelled at or anything like that, or said if I said anything to hurt them or make them uncomfortable or anything. And I'm especially sorry to people that I unfriended without even talking to them. I understand why that is seen as a betrayal, and I I hope people can see that I genuinely mean it when I say I'm truly sorry for that. I promise from this point forward to handle situations in a much better manner, and I promise to, you know, I promise to handle situations better. I promise to mature, and I owe to you and I owe to you guys and everybody else to become a better person, and I owe it to my friends to set a better example. And it's something I definitely didn't do. And I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to change, and I'm willing to make things right. So, now on to the main point. I am very nervous addressing this, but there are rumors spreading around right now that I am a pedophile. And apparently, from what I was told and what Patrick said in his video, apparently all this was a joke. Now, I don't know why calling somebody a pedophile is a joke. Like, that is an extremely serious thing, and I will never ever see that as a joke, nor will I agree with that. But those people who are doing that, I also wronged those people. And I'm not saying what they're doing is right, but I wronged them first. One of these people being Benny, and the other person being King Excalibur. I'll talk about Benny first. Wait. No, actually, I'll talk about King first, because there's some stuff I want to say. So I'll talk about King first. For those that don't know, King Excalibur was someone who was helping me through a lot of the drama that I was going through, because I was getting so frustrated about all the accusations that were being spread about me, and just all, like, the harassment, not just me, but my friends and even my fans were getting. And this was back in, I think, 2018, I think. Yeah, it was 2018. And, we connected with him in hopes that he can help, put a stop to all this. And he did help us through. He was helping us through the drama, and he was calling out the people who were who were doing these things and saying these things against me. Like, he was helping. But again, once again, he is another person that actually both Aaron and I cut from just like that. Because we jumped to conclusions about things that he started talking about. I don't fully remember what it was, but he is another person that I just cut from like that. Despite the amount of effort he put into helping us, stop the drama, and defending me and stuff. And King, if you are watching this, like, I should have realized this a long time ago, and I should have possibly talked to you about this a long time ago. And the reason I didn't was because one, I was trying to move on, and two, I was afraid of what would happen if I were to talk to you about it, because I wasn't sure if things that I said you would use against me, and I was honestly afraid. I guess I was afraid that you would go against me, and, well, you did. But it doesn't make what I did right. I handled it very poorly. I should have talked to you. I should have addressed things head on, and I should have acted better when I was handling things back then in the past. Like, I should have handled it much better than I did. And I'm sorry that I talked about you to my friends based on, like, assumptions that I made. And I didn't know that my fans were attacking you, or that you were being attacked. Like, I honestly was not aware of that. Honestly, truthfully, I was not aware of that. And you felt justified to, do a video on both me and Aaron, and I can see why now. I don't agree with like the private DMs and stuff being shown, but I can see, actually, I can kind of see why you did. Because you felt justified because of what was going on, and how I basically, in a way, threw you under the bus. And I'm sorry. I really am. And again, King and Patrick are not the only people I've done this to. I've done this to several other people in the past, and I don't know why I was so stubborn to not learn, because the same cycle keeps happening. I cut ties with someone without telling them, or like I deal with something, very wrongly, or I jump to conclusions, and it just ends bad every time. Like they end up like they end up going against me, and it's the same cycle over and over and over again. I don't know why I haven't learned from that yet. I should have. I honestly should have. And I've been doing a lot of reflecting this past year, and this past month I've done the most reflecting. And I'm here trying to make things right. I'm here doing the right thing. I'm very nervous about this. I don't know what's going to happen from this. But I just hope that I can make things right, which is what I'm trying to do here. All right, now the last, this might be the last person. I mean, I'm not gonna address every single person because like it's many, many, many people, and I don't even remember like everyone's, and it is like I don't want this to go on and on and on. But I'm saying to all the people that I've negatively affected, or to all the people that I've wronged, or unfriended without saying, or jumped to assumptions with, or talked about, behind your back to other friends. Like, I don't like it when people do it to me, so I don't know why I thought it was okay to do it to them. I really don't. Like, it's hypocritical because like I get upset when people talk behind my back, but yet I can talk about other people to other friends. And then when I cut from them, then I basically tell people things mainly based on like assumption. I mean, I still agree that it is my choice who I decide to be friends with, but the way that I cut from these people was wrong, and it was probably wrong for me to cut from them in the first place. Like, I should have talked to them directly instead of, talking about it with other people and then just leaving them in the dark. And another person I definitely did that to, despite what's going on, was Benny. And Benny, if you are watching this video, I understand why you're upset at me. I wronged you in the past, I wronged you a couple years ago, and I wronged you in the present day. In the past, when the whole thing, Land of the Geeks, Geeky Gmod was a thing, I was the biggest jerk ever. I was so controlling. I wouldn't let people. I would literally control like who can be in what video. I was controlling like whether people can change their character or not. I forced people to keep their OC, which I shouldn't, because it's their OC, it's their choice, right? It's their character. Like, and I you know, I talked back and went against the people who went against me or who didn't agree with me, and I would instantly react. And I do think I've improved, at least on that. But a lot of things I thought I improved of, I don't think I have, to tell you the truth. And Benny, I know I hurt you so much in the past, and I'm sorry for that. I really am. Like, I said this to you before. Like, I actually truly am sorry for how I wronged you before. And I'm sorry that it affected you so much that you felt the need to do all of this. And I'm also sorry that Okay, for those that don't know, Benny and I did, well, sort of reconcile, and we had a few talks one-on-one, like actually talks, like in calls. And things seem to be going all right. But then, like, when I heard about something she was making about the past, which I've really been trying to move on from. Like, I tried to talk to her about that in, a better manner, and maybe I don't know if I could have done that better or not, but I feel like, I feel like it probably hurt her, and ever since that point when I was getting very, very skeptical, I didn't address it with her directly, even though I should have, and even though she actually said that, we could talk to her directly. I ended up talking to someone else very close to her about her. I shouldn't have done that. I did it out of fear. I did it because I was scared of how Benny would react, considering situations that have happened before. I was afraid that she would go at me again. I was afraid that I don't know, I was just afraid that something bad would happen from it. I want people to respect me, but I haven't exactly been respectful to them. And well, in some areas I have, but in these particular areas I certainly have not. I should have talked to her directly. The same thing with the other people. I should have talked to them directly. I should have talked to her directly, and I didn't. And I hurt her. And she felt the need to attack me again and do what she's doing now. And it just hurts me so much that I've given so many people such a reason to go at me and, to want revenge on me. Like, I'm not a revengeful person. I don't I don't seek revenge on anyone. And even though I've never attacked anyone publicly or accused anyone of anything publicly, it doesn't make what I did behind the scenes right. And another thing, like, people are right. I need to stop doing community posts talking about what's going on, because that definitely doesn't help either. Patrick said that in his video, and he's right. And yeah, I'm here apologizing, at least on my behalf, for at least the things that I've done that were wrong. And I don't want people to argue saying that, I didn't do anything wrong, because I did. I have to own up for my mistakes. I did make very poor decisions. I did hurt a lot of people, and it's hard to admit this, but I seriously do need help. I really need help. I almost don't know entirely the difference between right and wrong at this point, and I know that's really bad. That's really bad. It's really bad. So I just really need, I really need help to improve. I don't ever want to fuck up like this again. I don't want to create any more bad energy than I've already created. I don't want to cause any more damage. I really want to work this out and make peace. I really want to sort this out. I'm going to try and fix the damage that I've caused, and I'm going to try my best to improve as a person. And I'm serious this time. I know I've said many, many times I'm going to try and improve, and I don't. I'm going to actually get the help that I need, and I'm seriously going to try and make sure that nothing like this ever happens again. And I'm so, like, I can't say sorry enough. I'm so sorry that I've caused this, and I'm so sorry. Most importantly, I'm sorry to you guys, my fans, because I hid a lot of things from you guys, and The only reason I did is because I was afraid of what would happen if I came out publicly about stuff. I was afraid of how people would take it. And I'm sorry that you guys had to be dragged into this too. And I'm sorry that I failed to set a good example. I'm just sorry. I really am. So, to Benny and King and everyone else involved, I really hope that I'm doing the right thing here, and I really hope that you know that I am sorry. I finally opened my eyes, which is something I should have done a long time ago. My eyes are open. I now see what I did that was wrong. And I really hope that we can move on from this. And that's what I want to do. I do want to address one more thing, though. I am not a pedophile, okay? And I don't know why. I don't really understand why this whole thing about calling me that is a joke. I don't think that something like that should be a joke. And Benny, if you're watching this, like, this is not an attack on you in no means. And I am not trying to defend myself or inflict blame onto you or anything. I am genuinely sorry for the way I acted and anything that I've done to hurt you. I am genuinely sorry for that. I really, really am. But, like, I don't know if you and your friends realize this, but calling someone something this serious, whether it's a joke or not, it's like you're accusing me of a very incriminating thing. Like, this is very criminal what's going on right now. Like you can get in so much trouble by calling someone that. Right? And how is that justified? Like calling me something like one of the worst things in the world because I hurt you, and I know I did, and I'm sorry. But I didn't expect this to come at me. Right? Like, these are very serious accusations, and it's affecting my livelihood. It's affecting me mentally, and it's affecting my family too, like I mentioned before, and it really, really is. I don't feel like I've worded everything I've said in here properly. Well, I don't think I've worded everything I've said here properly. I want people to see I'm genuinely trying, okay? I don't want to cause anything, by posting this. Like, and if more negativity is caused by this, I don't know what else I could do. Like, I'm literally trying my best. Like, this is me finally trying to make things right. Trying to learn from my mistakes. Trying to make sure that something like this doesn't happen again. I'm seriously trying. And Patrick's video was a real eye-opener, so thank you again, Patrick. Seriously, thank you. Now, something else I really want to address, just in case, considering, these accusations. I'm going to explain a bit of backstory, and I'm going to reveal some things I've never revealed, but I feel like it is very necessary for me to reveal this. I have a girlfriend. before I get into that, I'm going to talk about the past. So, back in 2015, 2016, wait. Okay, I don't know if this started in 2015 or 2016, but there was this girl I was friends with, um, who I had an RP relationship with them. And if you don't know what that means, it's RP means role play. So her and I were role playing as boyfriend and girlfriend. Um it, it wasn't really seen as a serious relationship, at least not in my eyes. Like even like when we started to do that role play, it started out as a joke. Like it started out as a joke in the comment section of her profile page. And I even said at one point jokingly to her, "Don't worry, I'm not going to RP break up with you." Right? I will say that I was 16 at the time and she was 12, and we stopped the RP when I was 17 and she was 13. So after a year, we stopped. I know she was a bit young for me, and the relationship was not real. It was role play. It doesn't change the fact that I wish it didn't happen, because we did that role play without either of our parents knowing, which was wrong. And when my mom actually found out about it, she actually tried to talk me out of it, and she was right in doing that. So, yeah, I want to say I'm sorry to the girl because I know that I hurt her too. I can honestly say I never did like anything. I never ever did anything inappropriate with that girl because the relationship was role play anyway. And yeah, I am sorry that people. I can see why people questioned that and saw that as a bad thing, and that was in the past, and I'm sorry. Like I really am. I am sorry. Now, this is something I never revealed. You guys remember all that ship art of me and Rebecca or FNAF Fan 126? It's true. Her and I at one point were in a relationship. We were in a relationship. One thing I regret doing is telling everybody and telling our fans that we weren't in a relationship when in reality we were. Only reason we did that was because, the ship art was already getting ridiculous about us, and we were afraid of what would happen if we were to reveal it. But we shouldn't have said that we were just friends when in reality we were in a relationship. And I am sorry for that. When Rebecca and I started dating, I was 18 and she was just turning 15. So the age gap is about 3 to 3.5 years, right? Now, and I do want to say that when Rebecca and I did start the relationship, both of my parents approved of the relationship, and her parents and family also approved of the relationship. So there was approval from my parents and her parents. There was consent on both sides. All right? Like um there was consent on both sides. And yes, like Rebecca and I were just friends at first, but then after a while we decided to get into a relationship together. And this was an actual relationship. It wasn't role play. It was an actual relationship. And we did break up in mid early 2019. And I just want to say, like, as far as I know, nobody had any problems with the relationship, not on my side or her side. If there were, then I wasn't aware of it. I am also aware, though, that at times I did make Rebecca uncomfortable, and I did hurt her at least in some way, and I apologize to Rebecca. I really am sorry. And Rebecca, if you're watching this, I know like we've already talked and I know you already understand, but I'm still sorry if I did anything during our relationship that made you uncomfortable. And if I did, then like I didn't know and I'm sorry. Unless you did tell me and I forgot, then then obviously that's unexcusable, but yeah. So now let's talk about my current relationship. Sorry, I thought I heard a noise, but let's talk about my current relationship. I am currently dating someone right now. I didn't want this to be out in the public because I was afraid of how it would look like. And I knew this would look very questionable. So here it goes. Some of you are probably aware the new person that appeared in Zany Gmod and Zany Gmod episode 128. It's Rami as my girlfriend. And I am 23. Okay, now what I'm about to say is going to sound really bad, but please hear me out. I'm 23. She's 17. She's turning 18 this October. I know that looks really bad. I'm very scared to say that. But I just want people to know that once again, just like mine and Rebecca's relationship, both of my parents approved of the relationship, and Rami's family also approved of the relationship. So there, once again, there was approval on both sides. And if Rami were to come in and testify, she can confirm that. She will confirm that. And I can honestly say that Rami and I have never ever done anything sexual or inappropriate with each other. We have not sent each other anything inappropriate or anything like that. And I do want to show one thing here. Let me just switch the scene real quick. Okay, so her and I are both of legal age. So you can see here that the legal age of consent in Canada, you can see right there it says it's 16. And in Germany, which is where she lives, the legal age of consent you can see down there is 14. So we both made sure, you know, that we're not breaking any laws and we're both of legal age. And you know, my mom has actually talked to Rami herself, so she knows Rami very well. And my mom also talked to Rebecca quite a bit, like when her and I were dating, right? So I know, like it looks questionable, but I can honestly say, guys, that I feel like I worded this wrong. I am confessing that I am dating someone. I am dating Rami. Our relationship has been going well for the most part, for anyone that's been wondering, and I just wanted to clear this up. Rami and I are both of legal age. My parents approve of it. Her parents approve of it. And I can honestly say that, once again, Rami and I have not done anything inappropriate to each other. Of course, we, you know, just like, of course, like we, you know, we do pretend to kiss and hug, you know, cuddle and stuff, but who doesn't do that in a relationship, right? There is nothing sexual going on between the two of us, and I don't plan on doing anything like that with her for at least a very long time, because that's not stuff that I'm into. I'm not. And I am here to support her no matter what. And she has been supporting me throughout, like, ever since her and I met last year. I mean, we didn't date as soon as we met, obviously, but ever since we met last year, she has done she has been supporting me throughout all this, and um, she's even given me the approval to talk about this, what I'm talking about right now, and she's supporting my decision to make this stream and make this video. So, yeah, there it is. I'm in a relationship with Rami. Yes, Rami and I are dating. She's my girlfriend. And people can choose to take that however way they want, but I am not a pedophile, okay, guys? I am no pedophile, and that's a horrible thing to accuse somebody of. And I hope what I said makes sense. And I'm sorry that I kept things hidden from my fans, and I promise from now on that I'm gonna be as open as possible with you guys when absolutely necessary. Um, I promise to handle situations in a much better manner when it comes to people I'm friends with. I promise to handle things in a better way to make sure that nothing like this ever happens again. So yeah, I hope you guys understand. Um, and I hope that the people, I hope like that people watching this video will see that I am genuinely sorry for everything. And I hope this is a fresh start. And I hope we can all move on. Like, if you guys are willing to move on, I'm 100% willing to move on as well. Like, I'll even remove, like, this live stream after we move on, just to avoid any controversy from happening. I hope we can, like, I hope we can just move on from everything, and I hope we can just remove anything, you know, that we've said about each other publicly, and I really hope that I'm doing the right thing and trying to make things right. I don't want to cause any more negative energy than I already have. And if something bad were to happen from this stream, like if I were to cause even more negative energy from this stream, or you know, more like if I were to cause more drama for saying this, I don't know what I would do. I honestly don't know what I would do. Benny, if you're watching, and King, if you're watching, I hope everything I said makes sense. And I know I've been stuttering. It's because I'm very nervous, and I really am trying to make things right. I know I wronged you guys, and I've wronged so many people. I don't ever want to fail you guys like this again. I don't want to hurt anybody again. Whether it's the past or the present. Doesn't matter. Like what if someone's wrong, they're wrong. Right? I still don't agree with like calling someone a pedo as a joke. I still don't agree with like what these people have done because of what I've done to them. I don't I don't agree with I still don't agree with that, and I never ever will. But again, it doesn't make things that I've done right. So that's why I'm doing this stream. That's why I'm owning up, and that's why I'm finally coming clean about things. I don't know what's going to happen after the stream is done, but I will still be taking a very long break from YouTube because I still haven't fully recovered, and I still like it's gonna take me a while for me to fully recover from this, like a long time. And I need time to figure myself out. I'm finally taking the time, just stepping away from the internet, figuring myself out, trying to figure out what I need to do to fix this and become a better person. I have not followed what I tried to preach for a long time. That's not right. I've hid things from my fans, and I've even hid things from friends. That's not right. I've said stuff about other people to other friends. Like I would even announce it in a server that my friends are in about how bad this person is. I can't do that. Like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, I'm sorry. Like, no words can describe how sorry I am. Not just to those three people, but everybody. Like, I'm apologizing to everybody because I've caused so much damage, and I just want to make things right. Yeah. So yeah. I know I didn't word things the greatest in this stream, and I'm sorry, but it's something I really struggle with. Like, I am so bad. I am so bad at communicating with people. So bad that I've caused stuff because of it. I need to work on that. I need to work on communicating with people better. I need to work on understanding people and situations better. And I need to stop living in fear. I need to stop living in fear that, you know, something I say or do to someone is going to cause something. That, you know, addressing things is going to, like, something bad's going to happen if I, you know, if I address things. And I need to understand people more. I've been trying to do that, but I need to try harder. So please, guys, do not go harassing Patrick, Kingscalber, or Benny, or any of these people, okay? Do not go and harassing them. Like, no matter how wrong what someone is doing is, it doesn't make it right to go after them. And I do, even though I wish, you know, these people didn't go after me, and I don't agree with, like, how they're handling it, but that doesn't change the fact and that I was wrong, and it doesn't excuse it. Okay, it doesn't. I'm not here to make any excuses. I'm not here to hide anything. I'm simply here to tell the truth and finally own up for my mistakes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to my friends. I'm sorry to my fans. I'm sorry to people I've hurt, and I'm sorry to the people that are involved in this situation. I'm sorry to the community for painting such a bad image of myself. I'm sorry. I really do need a long break. But if anybody wants to talk to me, even people involved in this or in this situation or past situations, like, if people want to talk, my door is always open. So yeah. Pretty much everything I need to say. So I know I keep repeating myself, but I just really hope people can see that I am truly sorry. And Benny, can we please move on, okay? I've owned up, and I'm really sorry for hurting you and that I gave you the urge to do this against me. But I just want you to understand that these are really serious accusations, and it's not something like this. Pedophilia is not a joke. Like this can seriously get people in serious trouble. And people, accusing people of this can also get them in trouble. And I don't want you or anybody else involved to get into any trouble. I don't want that. I honestly, truthfully don't want that. I don't want anybody to get into any trouble. I just want this to be over and done with. I just want to move on. I want to own up for everything that I've done that was wrong. I want to come back being more mature, better, stronger, smarter, wiser, and just better at handling things in general, and just a better person in general. So yeah. This is... Oh geez, I've been doing this for over an hour. I don't know what's going to happen upon, like, the ending of this. I just hope whatever happens, something good comes out of this. I hope that we can all move on. And I'm not asking, like, to be friends with any of these people. All I'm asking is that we move on and that I can hopefully fix this. And I just don't want anyone to get in trouble or to get attacked anymore. But yeah. Thank you once again, Patrick, if you're watching this, for opening my eyes. Like my eyes were opening before, but you really made them open fully. So thank you. You definitely worded things in a way that I understood, and it made me realize how my actions affect others. So thank you. And again, I'm sorry to everybody I've hurt. It's your choice if you want to believe me and if you want to forgive me or not. Just know that I'm willing to forgive. I'm willing to forgive anyone. Anyone. I can't go and undo the mistakes that I've made, but I can at least try fix things, and that's what I'm hopefully trying to do here. I really want to do that. So I really hope that we can be done with this. I really hope that we can just all move on. We can be done with this. I don't want any malice. I don't want anybody to get attacked. Please, guys, don't go attacking anybody. Don't attack anyone, okay? Please. Don't. It's only going to make it worse. I want to end this peacefully. Something I should have done a long time ago. So I hope what I said was enough. Sorry for dragging it on. Sorry if I didn't word things right. And if something else sparks from this, I'm sorry. And if anybody unsubscribed, I totally understand. Like, you have every right to criticize me and be upset with me if you are, because I've done a lot of I've messed up so many times, and I just don't think there's any way I can fix it at this point. I'm gonna end the stream now, so if you watched the whole thing, thank you. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you to my fans for supporting me. Thank you to my friends for supporting me. And I'm sorry to everyone I hurt. I'm sorry to Benny. I'm sorry to King. I'm sorry to Patrick. I'm sorry to Rebecca if I hurt her. I'm I'm sorry to Bailey because I know I've also hurt her too. Um, I genuinely am. I should have mentioned that earlier, but yeah, it's hard for me to think of things on the spot, so take care, everyone. I don't know when or if I'll be back. I just really need at least a really long break, so thank you guys. I hope I've done the right thing. Bye guys. Been a nice journey. I hope to come back one day.